Philosophy of Hinduism by Babasaheb Ambedkar. Question 6, Part 3. The name primitive tribes is expressive of the present state of people who are called by that name. They live in small scattered huts in forests. They live on wild fruits, nuts, and roots. Fishing and hunting are also resorted to for the purpose of securing food. Agriculture plays a small part in their social economy. Food supplies being extremely precarious, they lead a life of semi starvation from which there is no escape. As to clothes, they economize them to a vanishing point. They move almost in a state of complete nakedness. There is a tribe which is known as Bonda Porajas, which means naked Porajas. Of these people, it is said that the women wear a very narrow strip which serves as a petticoat, almost identical with what is worn by the Momjak Nagas in Assam, the ends hardly meeting at the top of the left thigh. These petticoats are woven at home out of the fiber of a forest tree. Girls wear a fillet of beads in a palmyra leaf and an enormous quantity of beads in neck ornaments, extremely like those worn by many Komjak women. Otherwise, the women wear nothing. The women shave their heads entirely. Of these Chenchus, a tribe residing near Farhabad in the Nizam's dominions, it is said that their houses are conical, rather slight in structure, made of bamboo sloping to the central point, and covered with a thin layer of thatch. They have very little indeed in the way of material effects. The scanty clothes they wear, consisting of a langoti and a cloth in the case of a man, and a short bodice and a petticoat in the case of a woman, being practically all, besides a few cooking pots and a basket or two which perhaps sometimes contains grain. They keep cattle and goats, and in this particular village do a little cultivation, elsewhere subsisting on honey and forest produce which they sell. Regarding the Mauryas and other primitive tribes, it is stated that men generally wear a single cloth around their waist with a slab coming down in the front. They also have a necklace of beads and when they dance put on cock's plumes and peacock's feathers in their turbans. Many girls are profusely tattooed, especially on their faces and some of them on their legs as well. The type of tattooing is said to be according to the taste of the individual and it is done with thorns and needles. In their hair, many of them stick the feathers of jungle cocks, and their heads are also adorned with combs of wood and tin and brass. The end.